Reggie here, your friendly neighborhood bodybuilder and comic book collector, and I want to welcome you to my live stream. We are going to continue what we've been doing the last few days, which is unboxing some comics that have piled up on my desk. Today we are specifically going to unbox a couple of books that I picked up using eBay bucks, and then we're also going to do an AOK, and we'll probably do the AOK first and then do the eBay books after that. So today has been a pretty cool day. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to see the video that I released maybe 2 hours ago, but I was able to spend a little bit of time with RB3 earlier today. RB3 came into town to meet up with another guy, another comic guy that I, introduced those two guys together. So they hooked up. I went over and had a chance to hang out with him. It was our first time meeting. Ray and I have gotten to know each other pretty well, having, of course, watched each other's videos, but we also exchange a lot of emails just talking about comics, art, etc. And so I didn't want to miss the opportunity to stand in the same room with him and have a conversation about the same things that we talk about when we exchange emails. So I hung out with him. If you guys want to see some awesome art and some crazy grails, watch the video that I posted up today. Parental advisory is issued. As I was going through the various books and shooting footage, there was some adult kind of sketches that were in the books. So if you have kids in a room, I would just say wait until the kids are in bed so they don't get exposed to that kind of stuff. So as a parent, I totally get it, which is why I put the warning up in the video, which is also why I'm saying it right here. So, but by and large, Ray and I had an opportunity to check out some really cool books and some really awesome art from Jim Lee, Michael Turner, David Finch. Man, there were so many people that I honestly can't even name all of the artists. But it was crazy. It was a great morning. So definitely want to check that out. So let's say hello to a couple of people. Candy Grand Man is here. Tony Sanders is here. Brother, I'm glad that you made it. Santiago, how you doing, brother? Simon Comics, is good to see you. Bake the Snake. Thanatos is here. Thanatos and I got some cool stuff coming out soon, so stay tuned. I got a couple of cool guys up in here, so thank you guys for joining on a Saturday. So we are going to I'm going to show you guys an AOK that I received, and then I'm also going to unbox a couple of additional packages, books that I picked up as part of my eBay bucks spending. So waiting for confirmation from someone about this AOK, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do it. I think it'll be fine. I am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. It is a member of the Panhellenic Council, and another member of the Panhellenic Council actually reached out to me, a guy that goes by the screen name of Omega Comics. Awesome guy. He reached out to me. We've been talking on Instagram and stuff like that, and he said, hey, I want to send you some stuff just to say thank you for all the great videos. So when the box came, it was a little bit of a mystery because there was a gap between when we talked about it and when the package arrived. And then people don't always use their real names on Instagram, right? So he goes by Omega Comics. And so I didn't know what his real name was. And so when the package arrived using his government name, I was like, who is this? And so it took me a little while. My wife actually solved the mystery because there was a Greek symbol that he drew on the package, and it was that Greek symbol that my wife was like, what is that? And that's what clued me in as to who it was. So I got a kick out of that. For about an hour, I could not figure out who this package was from, and it bothered me. But I finally was able to figure it out. And so Omega Comics, if you are watching this, brother, thank you for that mystery. I appreciate it. But thank you, more importantly, for the amazing gift that you sent to me. I absolutely appreciate it. So he sent me some really cool stuff. So what he sent me I got a couple more people getting in here. Bake the Snake just got here. Bake the Snake says I guess he watched the video with our RB3 and I, and Tony Sanders watched it as well, and they're both just talking about how great the artwork was. Guys, I'm telling you, I didn't even capture most of the stuff that was there, to be honest with you. There were probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 6 books full of art that were sitting there. And I had to rush to meet up with family and couldn't go through it all, but there was a lot of really good stuff in there. Thanatos is saying he wants to be part of the council. Brother, you are a nut. All right, so the first book that he sent me, hold on. Jason P is saying he's going to catch a live stream. Yes, brother, welcome, Jason P. I am glad you could be here. The live streams, man, are so much better. I'm telling you, it is hard to watch a live stream back. It's not the same. At least I don't think. So I think when you're here and you can actually participate, I think that's special. So I'm glad that you can make it, and of course, I'm glad for all of you other guys to be here hanging out with me. So the first book that he sent me was King Size Annual Marvel Team Up #1, featuring Spider-Man and X-Men. And this is, of course, a team up of Spider-Man and X-Men, but it is also the first appearance of the new X-Men outside of their title back in the day. So I'm thinking at the time of this is like right after Giant Size X-Men. I'm guessing. I haven't looked it up. But this is a really cool book. Cover art by Dave Cockrum. So that's really cool. You know, I really appreciate that. That is an awesome book featuring, of course, the X-Men and Spider-Man. It doesn't get much better than that. The next book he sent me, I think is also another really cool book. It is Web of Spider-Man #1. It is a gorgeous black cover. You guys know that I'm a fan of the black costume and these dark covers. And he wrote me a note on here and it said, I bought Web of Spider-Man #1 when it first came out. Enjoy. So that was cool. But it is a really nice copy. So I definitely appreciate that. And then he sent me Web of Spider-Man #8. Now, what's great about this is that I did not have #8. There are a lot of books that I'm missing in the lower numbers. I'm trying to fill in some of the gaps, but #8 was one of the books that I did not have. And it also features that black costume. So I absolutely love that. That's very cool. Yeah, Tony Sanders, that was a newsstand too, right? That's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool newsstand for that one. So you cannot complain about any of it, you know? And then he also sent me The Amazing Spider-Man #1. This is, you know, by Nick Spencer, writer, and Ryan Ottley. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Ryan Ottley. So I actually got 2 of those. He sent me 2. And I think if I remember correctly, what he said to me is, hopefully you like these books. And if you decide to pass them on, his thought was that when I do trivia night, that's a really good way to move on some of the doubles or some of the books that I don't like. So I thought that was really cool because it gives me some things that I can pass on to other people, which I think is awesome. Because as you guys know, I try to give away a lot of books because I just think it's fun, you know. So he also sent me True Believers #1. I guess this is a reprint of 129, which is on the wall behind me. Sent me double copies of that. I actually didn't have any of these True Believer books up until recently. And now I have not just 1, but 2 in this package. And this is the Fantastic Four, of course, Fantastic Four 48, which I also have a couple of copies of, both the original and now the True Believers. So that was really cool. I absolutely appreciate that. And then the last one he sent me was What If the Avengers Had Become Pawns of Korvac? Now, I showed this one last because Omega Comics, he is a big fan of Korvac. And when we first originally started talking, he brought up Korvac and I was like, bro, who is Korvac? Like, I don't know this character. And I had to go and do some research on who Korvac was. And I probably still need to do more research on Korvac because if memory serves, his origin is very convoluted. It is tough. It is a tough origin that I probably need to reread a couple of more times before I get it nailed down. But what's cool about this is that if you look in the cover, in the background of this thing, you can see a lot of the cosmic characters. There's a living tribunal, there's Galactus, there's Odin back there. I mean, there's a couple of incredible cosmic characters in the background. So featuring the most awesome collection of cosmic beings ever united under a common cause. That doesn't make you want to read that one. I don't know what will. Bake the Snake is saying he likes Web of Spider-Man #8 cover. Tony Sanders is saying Ryan Otley is the man. Yes, he is. And G Murray is asking, can I give away a membership to this Illuminati? Some would call the Panhellenic Council the Illuminati. Thanatos is talking about he loves the true believers, and he's actually using them as a means to read some of the old keys. Joseph is here. What's up? How you doing, Joseph? It's good to see you. I am glad that you were able to make the live stream, brother, because I typically go live around 7:30, 8 o'clock, but it's a little hit or miss on days. And I'm trying to find a better rhythm that is a little bit more predictable for people. And so I don't know that I've worked out the rhythm, but what I'm kind of looking at right now, just to give you guys a little bit of insight, is that I am actually thinking about releasing videos like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, if I can, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then trying to go live at least once or twice on the weekend. I kind of like the Saturday time frame to go live, so I'm playing around with that. I hope to continue like refining my schedule, because I know that people want to participate in the live stream, and it's sometimes hard to know when I'm going to do it, because I don't even know when I'm going to do it sometimes. You know, if I have a moment, I'm like, I'm going to go live, you know, so I want to get a little bit more predictable. But I am glad that you were able to make it to the live stream, Joseph. Thanatos is talking about dipping his toes in something. I don't know what he's dipping his toes in. Maybe it's Marvel keys, because TJ Watson is asking him about that. So Joseph, you are very welcome, brother. So I want to try to get, like I said, a little bit more predictable, because I want people to kind of, to be able to know what they can expect, you know, versus it being a cat and mouse game of when you're going to go live and when you're not. So someone sent this one to me. I picked this one up as part of eBay Bucks. It is a sturdy brick in a almost a folder here envelope, but it says, please do not bend or drop. They packed this thing so well, I don't think that you could bend it, to be honest with you, which I think is great. So we're going to crack this one open, hopefully not cut the book inside. They did a really good job on this. And yeah, I have a nice stack of videos that I've been shooting for you guys in the background that I hope to be able to release, again, against the plan of like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll see how long I can keep that going. I probably need to film a video tonight for you guys. A couple of things I want to put together. I have a really cool video coming out in response to some requests that people have been giving me or asking me about. Where people have been asking, like, you know, my thoughts on the current market, what I think is going to happen with prices, with certain books. So I put together a guidance video, if you will, that I think some people may find helpful. And I kind of titled it Buying Comics in 2018. So I hope to be able to get that out to you guys soon. Candygram Man says they just sent you a brick. Yeah, that's some bold writing right there, Thanatos, right? That's some bold writing. And Candygram Man, thankfully, it wasn't just a brick of cardboard. Yeah, yesterday, no signal, stuck in a cabin in the woods. Oh, yeah, it's all good, Tony Sanders. Brother, I hope you had a good time up there on that vacation with the family, man. So this is cool. So there's a little bit of, if you look at the stuff that I've been doing lately, there's a little bit of a theme. I tend to work in themes. So this one is Amazing Spider-Man 328. And this features the Gray Hulk. I think, and you guys have to correct me, is this the first Todd McFarlane work on Amazing Spider-Man? They actually sent this on in a cheap Mylar, but it's still a Mylar, which is great. But this is, I think that this is the first Todd McFarlane on ASM. But it's a really cool cover. It's, again, like the books that I showed yesterday. It's a book that I've passed on time and time again, and finally decided to actually pull the trigger. Oh, so Bake the Snake is correcting me, saying oh, that's right. What was I thinking? This is 328. Sorry, bro. Thank you. Brain fart. I love signed comics. Welcome to the chat. Sorry about that, guys. So I don't remember what the significance of this one is, other than the fact that I wanted it because it was a gray Hulk on here. So there you go. Sorry about that. So that's a cool book. His tongue is green. I don't know if I've ever noticed his tongue being green before. That's interesting. All right, so that's cool. All right, so let's go on to this next one and see what's in this one. What is he saying? Iconic cover, Candy Man. Yeah, that's probably the extent of it, right? I realized that there were a lot of those Todd McFarlane covers that I didn't have, so I've been trying. Oh, that's cool. So I've been trying to correct that a little bit. Wow, that's cool. That's a cool one. That is not bad at all. All right, cool. So this is Amazing Spider-Man variant number 569. This is an Adi Granoff Venom cover. This thing is awesome. Awesomely creepy. And I've stared at this cover so many times, and I finally decided that I was going to pull the trigger on this one. I think it's a really, really cool cover. But Adi Granoff is a talented man, because this one is crazy. It looks a little like Alien, with the crinkle in the nose. You know how the Alien does? Exactly. Thanatos said the same thing. There you go. That's what that looks like to me. This thing is really cool. This is an awesome cover. I really like this thing. Wow, that's very nice. All right, that's very cool. All right, so we'll do a little bit of a recap. How great minds think alike, no doubt. So we'll do a little bit of a recap. The wife and I actually finished, what was the show? Orange is the New Black. That's the show we've been watching together. We actually finished it yesterday. So I need to figure out what we're going to watch next, if anything. But yeah, it was a really good season. I don't know if you guys are into Orange is the New Black, but my wife does not watch a whole lot of TV. So when she finds something that she likes, I try to watch it with her. And she's been a big fan of Orange is the New Black. So we've been watching that. She actually didn't, last season was a little rocky. This season, I think, was much better. So we'll do a quick recap, and then we will get ourselves out of here. I got a couple more books that I'll probably hold on unboxing. I'll try to do those next time. So we're quick recap. We picked up an AOK from Omega Comics. The first one was King Size Annual Marvel Team Up #1. Really cool book. It's a really cool one here. This is the first appearance of the new X-Men outside of their original title, which I think is really cool. Web of Spider-Man #1. I already have, I think, 1 or 2 copies of this, but you can never really have too many copies of Web of Spider-Man. Oh, somebody said Daredevil #3 starts on Friday. TJ Watson, I definitely want to see that. I'm a big fan of that title. Ben, how you doing, brother? We got Web of Spider-Man #8. So Ben is a good friend of Chris, and I was unable to see Ben today when I went over to hang out with Chris and Ray, RB3. I think he was actually refereeing a couple of games or something like that, so I was unable to see him. So I love signed comics. Yeah, man, this is a pretty cool book. The Web of Spider-Man 1 is a really, really cool book. You know, I remember when I was a kid, man, I remember staring at this book, just wanting this book so bad, because I didn't buy a lot of Amazing Spider-Man when I was younger. I think I always thought that they were too expensive, and I didn't have a ton of money, you know, as a kid to buy books. And so Web of Spider-Man was one of the titles that I was able to pick up, and I had some early Web of Spider-Man, but a lot of the later Web of Spider-Man. But this was a cover I always used to stare at. I always wanted it, and then I finally was able to get it, and now I have a couple of copies of it. So I wish you luck, brother, with being able to snag one, because I know how it is when you want something. Oh, you had 2 games. Okay. Chris said you had 10. He was clearly joking. Got Amazing Spider-Man #1 by Ryan Ottley. Got a couple copies of that. Got a couple copies of the Punisher first appearance, True Believers, right? Amazing Spider-Man 129. Got a couple of copies of the Fantastic Four 48 True Believers. I got this really cool What If Avengers featuring Korvac. A very interesting character. If you guys have not read on him, I need to go reread some of this stuff, but I encourage you guys to check it out. Then we got a really cool Gray Hulk by Todd McFarlane. I think, what is this, 328 really cool. And if you haven't seen my last video, streaming video, I actually featured a couple of more, well, one more, I think, Gray Hulk. So little theme action there. And then we finished things up with Amazing Spider-Man 569, really cool Adi Gronoff cover. So this thing is awesome. All right, so let me get caught up here real quick. Joseph said he just ordered Web of Spider-Man yesterday. Can't wait to get it. Which one did you get? You got the one? Did you order the one? Had a total of 10 for the, oh, that's what it was. That's crazy, bro. That's a lot of games, man. Yeah, TJ Watson says he loves the John Burns covers on the early Web of Spider-Man. Jess Pele just got his eBucks. Oh, his eBay Buck comics in today. Thor 161 through 169. And like the 7.0 to 8.5. Congrats on that, man. That's awesome. That's the thing with those eBay bucks, man. I want to put those things to good use, you know? And I was explaining this in the last feed. I didn't realize that those things actually expire. And I missed my opportunity to use them a couple of times. And this time I was like, you know what? I am going to get it right. I am going to actually pay attention to when they are issued and pay attention to when they expire. And I used them, I think, really, really wisely this time. Sign Comics, thank you for that. I love Sign Comics saying it's a nice haul. Thank you for that. Last McFarlane Spider-Man before he went to Image. Thank you, JD. Thank you, brother, for giving me. I knew that book had some significance, but thank you for that. I knew it was something like that. So Joseph, congrats on that. I hope everything works out with that book, man. I mean, again, it was a book that I always wanted as a kid, and I was super pumped to get it the first time around. I was in a shop. In Illinois, and I was going through long boxes and came across like 2 copies of it. I'm so tempted to buy more of them, you know, because it again is a book that I want. It's not crazy expensive, you know, and it's one of those books that you see it, you kind of buy it, but I ended up not getting it and not getting either one, and I kind of regret it a little bit. Stephen Oates, welcome to the chat, brother. It's good to see you. Thanatos says he'll be doing his eBay Bucks video on Monday. Oh, we got some Marvel books. Very nice, very nice. I'm telling you, man, those eBay Bucks, it's like Christmas when I saw that. They were burning a hole in my pocket for a couple of days as I kind of decided what I was gonna buy and started targeting stuff, you know. So G says he bought random grab bag books with his eBay Bucks. Hey, roll the dice, brother. It's free money. If you're going to gamble with free money, right? So JP says Thanatos is coming to the dark side. He tries. I think he did a video recently where or maybe he was in my video and he's talking trash about the X-Men. But then he still got that giant size X-Men sitting on his shelf. That's awesome. That's awesome. You guys are hilarious. I Love Sign Comics says he's going to be doing his first unboxing video in a day or so. Is this your first video or your first unboxing video? I Love Sign Comics. Tony Sanders says he bought a iconic DC cover with his eBay Bucks. Yeah, so Thanatos and I are going, as he just mentioned here, we're going to try to do some things on Monday for you guys. I think it'll be cool. All right, yeah, so hopefully you guys will be able to join us. I don't know what channel we're doing it on, Matt. You'll have to tell me which one and we'll figure it out, but it should be fun. I'm looking forward to this. This is something you and I have been talking about for what, like a month and a half or something like that. So it'll be cool to actually be able to do it. And I Love Sign Comics says he's going to be doing his first unboxing video soon. So make sure you tag me on that thing or remind me or something like that. I like to be able to come by and check it out so I can see what kind of magic you are making over there on your channel. I try to get it around to other people's channels as much as I can to show them some appreciation. But it's, you know, sometimes a little hard to get to everybody's. But again, if you guys give me a reminder, if you put up something really cool, just let me know. I'd love to come by and support you guys. Thanatos, whatever, dude. Yeah, TJ, we had Thanatos and I actually did a chat. What was it, Matt? Like 2.5 weeks ago? Matt had a chat and I jumped on real quick, and then Alex jumped in and we chopped it up for a little bit. Got my new Teen Titans 2 with his eBay bucks. Nice, nice. I'm telling you, eBay bucks, man, it's the greatest gimmick in the world. They will keep me for a customer forever. They keep giving me free stuff. Anyway, guys, I am going to wrap this thing up. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a little bit. I love doing these live chats because it gives us an opportunity to kind of interact with one another and mix it up a little bit. If you guys haven't gone over and checked out my video that I just put up a couple of hours ago featuring RB3, he came to San Fran, we hooked up. We saw some awesome books and some awesome artwork. If you like Jim Lee, Michael Turner, or if you like sketches, you want to watch the video. If you like commissions and published original art, you want to watch the video. If you like big grails, you want to watch the video, because in the video I put a little bit of both in there. So you guys want to swing by, check that video out. It is really cool. But thank you guys for hanging out with me for a little bit. I appreciate it. I look forward to mixing up with you guys very soon. Take care.